Hi guys. Um, it's been a while. Um, Last time I uploaded was a couple months ago, and to be honest, I've been meaning to upload more, but I've been busy. I have a full-time job now. It takes up most of my time, most of my energy, so I've just been trying to just get these in when I'm you know feeling relaxed and rested, but yeah, this is just an update video and maybe a little going around the city and just building stuff. But yeah, where have I been? So I have a full time job now. So before I used to just be part time. Now I'm full time, and it's taking up a lot of my time and energy, a lot more than it used to. Um, but I still do want to do YouTube. I still want to make those um, tutorial videos. I don't know if I want to completely still do those. I think I want to do it on the shifts that I have now, and I want to finish the KMS Scharnhorst. The part 2 is filmed. It just has to be edited and cut down a lot. Part 3 might not come for a little bit because of the just how complex the superstructure is. Um, but I mean that's something that'll easily be get done. I mean, I already have plans on how I want to do it, how it's going to be built. But yeah, sorry that hasn't been out for a while. Sorry I haven't been posting as much, but life's been busy. But yeah, right now I'm just recording this late at night, and yeah, this is a new-ish computer, newly built computer. Um, with a core, what is it? Core i5, took 12600KF. I can't remember, but yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's been a while. Life's just it's been busy. It's been very busy for me, and I haven't had much energy to do things. So I'm not gonna make any promises. Um. I will try to get out the tutorial when I can, but I mean, this is a hobby. Like, that's the one thing I'll have to say is this is a hobby. So um, it's not mainly my priority right now. Maybe it'll eventually be, but right now I just want to kind of do things that are fun, because I've been tired recently, but hopefully, I mean, hopefully I'll get around to doing these. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't quite know if you've ever seen this world. I don't know. Um, I don't think you've ever seen this world, to be honest. Um, and I say that because of uh, how long it's been since I've updated my YouTube channel. But I'm pretty sure you've seen bits of it. But yeah, I mean, nothing's changed. I mean, I'm you know going off life. I've been trying to take inspiration from, like, because I live somewhat close to, like, a city like Boston and places like that. So I've been trying to take inspiration from, like, looking at, like, streets and stuff like that, housing. Like, I know over here, like, all of this housing, like, I built with World Edit. I'll be honest, World Edit. But I mean, this has, like, functional lights and everything. And I'm super proud of these houses, these tiny little houses, because of how much I was able to do with them. They're not my favorite, to be honest, but I do appreciate what I've been able to do with these houses, because I wanted to make something that was small, compact, but tall. Because, like, even the kitchen looks, I think the kitchen looks nice. Got a pantry, then you have the downstairs portion, your AC thing, and then washer, dryer, stuff like that. Um, but this is entirely new. This whole little section is entirely new. This road is connected to the house that's down there. But right now, I'm just trying to plan out the city because I want there to be eventually a school there. But I haven't gotten that far yet, and I probably won't get there for another couple months. Most of this area really hasn't changed. Maybe one or two things are a little different, but um, for the most part, it's exactly the same as it was. It really is. Um, but other than that, this, I want to say this was not here last time, and this has been redesigned entirely. Um, it no longer does that weird swooping. It kind of goes like that. Eventually, what I might do is just make a tunnel and just put it, like, have that go into our tunnel, but I'm not sure. Walmart is finally complete. It took a long time, but she is done. She is as done as it comes. Because all the back rooms, I mean, the stores up here aren't finished, but I mean, what can you do? Because like you have the back warehouse, you have like bathrooms over here. You can go up here, offices. Like, this whole area is essentially offices. You have break rooms up front too. Got like the windows. But yeah, Walmart's finally done. That took a while, just for that to be done. And then you have all the HVAC systems, the AC units, stuff like that is all over the place. And then over here, I have a mall that I've been working on, and I started working on this in another world, but I decided, why not just bring it over here? It's definitely a work in progress. Right now I'm just trying to plan out how things are. Cause you got like shops over here, shops over here. I want there to be like a window, like a one of those like round windows up top, long round windows. This is gonna be a department store. This is gonna be a store, big store. Down there's gonna be a department store. I'm sure I'm gonna have a department store around here. And then I'll have an area for trucks and not just trucks actually. A food court, stuff like that. I mean, over here is gonna be. I'm planning on this area being a restaurant area. And this will be the kitchen. This will be emergency exits, and then I'm sure there's gonna be another one. But this is about as far as I've gotten over here. There's an old Target that I did, which is gonna be entirely redesigned. It's not great. It's definitely old and not my favorite, to be honest. Not my favorite. But as for down here, nothing really has changed. In fact, I don't even know if you guys haven't seen this. I don't know. I haven't even watched the video in years. But this area really hasn't changed. Eventually I'll expand the highway, but I mean, that house is done. That house is done. That house is under construction. I know what I want to do with it. It just needs to be done. This house is done. And personally, I like this house. I personally really like this house. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so squat. I need to decorate this front yard, but that's okay. But yeah, the idea that you walk in, you have a bedroom here, you have the garage there, you have a little sitting area. You can have a sitting area right here, kitchen, living room, dining room, the master bedroom. I haven't even finished the bathroom in this yet, apparently. And all of these lights work. Like, they all work. But yeah, nothing else has changed. The only thing that has is really this house down here. This is a project. This house has been under construction for at least several months, for sure, if not a year. And she is just now getting close to being, well, she's already more than halfway finished, but it went through a lot of redesigns. So I have a vision of what I want for the house. I just need to execute it. Like, this whole section is not built yet, but down here, from like most of the first floor down is done. So like, if you walk down this corridor, and let me find the light switch. I don't know. There it is. Like, all of this is done. This is all furnished. It's done. It's as done as it comes. Kitchen's done. Got a pantry. Got the promenade. You have your bathrooms and all that stuff. See, let me turn this on. Got your bathrooms, and then this is eventually gonna be done. I'm thinking about just making this an actual, like, proper stairwell. I'm not sure, because I think that would be a good idea next to the little elevator shaft that I have. But yeah, let's move down here. Well, never mind. If I already have this, I'm not gonna do that. But spiral staircase, corridor. This is what I would imagine to be a dining room, or at least maybe another corridor. But this is the other living room. 2 living rooms, which is nice. You got the first one and the second one. Personally, I really like the aesthetic of this room, and I don't know why. I like the lights, and it just gives a nice, comfy vibe. But this is definitely one of my favorites. Down here, bathrooms, another bedroom. Then you have the downstairs area, which has a movie theater, which is not even done. In fact, most of the downstairs hasn't even been furnished. This is pretty much just an empty house. The only things that have been furnished are really this. The bathrooms are the only things. And this is the somewhat furnished. I want to add a few more things like shelving and that stuff. This, I think at one point I was going to make a kitchen, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little area. Then we have what I essentially call a ballroom. So, let's say you're hosting events, this would be the area to hang out, where you would have like a pool area, because you can have this as the hangout room, you can have that as the pool area, that'll lead to like bedrooms. Like this whole downstairs is essentially a mini apartment. That's essentially what it is, a mini apartment. That has some nice amenities. It's more like a hotel, to be honest. Do I think it's a little big? Do I think it's overly big? Yeah. But, I mean, it's Minecraft. It's not the real world. And I think the only room that's left, except for those ones, is this, which I really love the red couches. And I really like the ceiling. Like, I was trying to take inspiration, especially from old Edwardian ships, like the Titanic and stuff like that, where they have these like really unique ceiling designs, and each cabin on like B deck or C deck was like styled after Louis the 16th or Louis the 15th and stuff like that. They all had their own style of room, and it was super unique. And down here are just more bedrooms. So you have a bedroom over here. You have another little bathroom. and this would be another staircase going up. And then, of course, the main entrance, essentially. Let me get rid of that. This is essentially the main entrance. And eventually I'll change that chandelier. I don't like it. I don't know what I'm going to change it to, but it's going to be different. But yeah, I tried making this house with a bit of reasoning, but I mean, I'm not an architect, so there's only so much imagination I can do per day for this. But yeah, this is essentially one of the projects I've been working on. But I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. Let's see. I was at one point, and I'll show it to you guys actually, or I might have shown it to you before. At one point was gonna add like an army base or a navy base, because I honestly think that would have been really cool. I'm gonna see if I can find it, but I know it's somewhere down here for sure. Yeah, at one point I was gonna add it. I was gonna add military ships like the Arleigh Burke and stuff like that, but I don't know. It just kind of fell through. I'll probably still do something with it, but nothing as dramatic. I might actually just make it into a dry dock, and because I honestly think that'd be much better. But yeah, these houses still there. Eventually I'll add another. I mean, I was adding another house at one point, but it just kind of fell through. You might have seen it before. It's down here, but yeah. Overall, it's a town. Like you can see, yeah, there it is. There's that big chunk of missing material. Because if I had to do this, I would probably make that into a dry dock, build this out till at least over here, and I could make this actually a harbor instead. Instead of a military base, just make this make this area a nice harbor, docks, shipping all around. You'd have your what do you call it? What do you call it? Like warehouses, essentially, almost. Maybe eventually I'll do that, but as of right now, I'm proud of what I've done here. Because this originally started on the Xbox a long time ago. But, I mean, I'm happy. But yeah. This is one of the things I've been working on. In fact, I think it's the only thing I've been working on at the moment. But, yeah. Before I go, there is one other thing I want to show you. So this is something I have been working on. You might think it's the same as the old one, but it's not. In fact, the old one is right there. That's the old one, right there. And you can already see it's different. So this is something I started working on a while ago, and I am super proud of her. As you can tell, there's no windows on it except for the ones on the bow and on the bridge right now, because one, it's extremely hard to just get the blueprints and just go manually and figure out where every window is. Eventually I'll get to that, but this is how she stands now, and I think she looks gorgeous, to be honest. The mast is the same as the old one. The rigging is slightly different, but it's practically the same. This was made using Titanic HG's blueprints, which they're not very expensive to buy. Luckily, they're very high quality. You know, I use them every time. And I had to use lots of reference photos, but I mean, this took a while. This very much took a while, and most of it was just trying to get the detail down. Luckily, I think the way the stern came out is beautiful, personally. Like, I think it came out fantastic. And even the propeller blades down here, like, well, let's take Out of the Dark, but I don't know if there's a good way of seeing this, but they came, just pretend you can see them, but they came out really well. As well as the Grand Staircase, which has changed color again. It always changes color. Oh, I never added the doors for those. Instead of using spruce, I am using oak wood, as that is a better representation of just the look that the Grand Staircase should have. Like, it should have this. Oh, guess that changed. That's not supposed to be like that. Oh, it's in my hand. It's in my inventory. But yeah, the spruce was too dark, and I think the oak is just that right light enough to where it gets that wood perfect, almost perfect. There are times where I think it's too bright, but I think it depends on what shaders you use. But I mean, the funnels are, I want to say the funnels are skinnier. They're the same height, but they're skinnier. If I remember, they're skinnier, and they're not yellow anymore. They're made out of brown mushroom blocks. Yeah, they're made out of this brown mushroom block, and overall, proportionally, she looks better. I think the bow might be a little too long. Actually, it probably is long, but I mean, she came out gorgeous, and maybe one day I'll make a tutorial. If it's asked enough, I will. It might not include all the rigging because of how complex that rigging is. So, because you have this main mast, you have the main antennas, antenna wires is what you have. You have the antenna wires, you have all the rigging for each funnel, you have the wires that go down to the decks, you have 1, 2, and they span, like, it's extremely complex. The most I could probably do is tell you start here to here, and if you have World Edit, you can do it. If not, I mean, it's not impossible. That's what I did over there. That one was just very much a manually having to do it. But I mean, yeah. Like, I think the new one looks better than the old one, and I think proportionally it looks better because I think the funnels are too big. They look too big, and I think this weird curving right here is just weird. I just didn't like it. I thought it was too much. So I still did this, but I kept it going instead of just the 2 block difference, and I think it helped a lot. Actually, it helped a lot. But I mean, yeah, she's a gorgeous ship. Titanic will always be a gorgeous ship. And like just this shot just looks fantastic. Like, I am super proud of this ship. Like, the hull was hand carved. Like, it took so much time to get it right. But I think this might be my definitive version. That being said, Mordice, which I don't know if any of you guys remember, his Titanic was always had a new one. Always had a new one. Always, it was either bigger. Like personally, I thought his was nice, but it exploded so much in size. Whereas like this is, I think, close to 2-1. I can't quite remember. I don't know if it was 2-1 or not. This one I think has the. I think I started working on the boilers on this one too, because I think this one's completed. Yeah, this one is essentially completed. Which I'm super happy with the boilers too. Super happy with these. Eventually I'll add more detail, but super gorgeous. And this shader pack, which I think is Continuum, I think that's the one I'm using. It does it justice. It really does. If you're wondering how I plan and design these ships, it's very much a. If you have the blueprints to a ship, it helps a lot in the long run. It helps a ton. If you don't, it's tough, because the blueprints gives you a good starting point of where proportionally things should be. As you can see, it's getting nighttime. It's the sun is setting, and you get to see the more. See, like, look at that. Like, that is one gorgeous ship. And then you see, sun is setting at the perfect moment. You see the lights coming on. Like, I am super happy. I am super, super happy. And let's get a good stern shot, shall we? Cause, like, yeah, that looks good. But I think that's where we're gonna end it today, folks. The part 2 will be coming out probably next month. If I'm going to be honest, it's gonna be probably next month, because of how busy my schedule is as of right now. Eventually part 3 will come out, but I'm still trying to figure out how I want to make it, because it's a complex superstructure. But what I'm thinking of doing is just making the front half one and then the second half, like doing 3 different sections. So you have the main superstructure, you have the funnel, and then you have the hangar bay and rear radars. And that's what I'm thinking of doing. And that'll all be in one video. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate it. And I really hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.